Today on Public Eye News, new reports are released on the problem of suicide in Michigan, as well as the state's special education services. And later, a new bill would encourage surveys of Michigan's historically blurred border with Indiana.
Colin Morrison will have your weather forecast for the next couple days. Later, he will also bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Emma Marat.
And I'm Luke Niddle. This is Public Eye News. A new study conducted by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services found that suicide rates among northern Michigan counties ranked as the highest rates in the state overall and some of the highest percentages nationwide. In rural counties north of Clare, suicide was ruled as a higher cause of death than homicide and auto accidents in the year of 2023. The average suicide rate in the state was 14.9 per 100,000, but peaked as high as 35.4 per 100,000 in Alcona County. Researchers concluded that several factors contribute to a higher overall rate, most critical of which is lack of accessibility to mental health services. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988 to connect with a trained crisis counselor. And even with a record 82.4% high school graduation rate among public high school students in the state, a Michigan Special Education Benchmarks report found that only 61% of students with disabilities graduated in 2024. Additionally, the report found that 77% of students with disabilities are secluded or restrained, and that roughly 40% of students miss at least 18 days of school per academic year. The findings were published in a first-of-its-kind compilation in wake of the 50th anniversary of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. With the findings of the report, it was also recommended that $1.28 billion more in federal funding should be allocated to special education.
The Michigan Gambling Control Board, or MGCB, has sent out over 12 cease and desist letters to casinos in Michigan. Those casinos have been offering illegal sports betting and gambling to Michigan residents. Some of those casinos include 31 Bets Casino, Bet Phoenix, Jack Potter, and Star Bets, along with others. There is a lot of great risk that comes when using illegal casinos, including no guarantees of fair play and a lack of player protection. Casinos must be licensed by the MGCB to allow sports betting and internet gaming. If someone believes they have been using or seen an illegal casino, they should email the MGCB at migambling@michigan.gov. Attorney General Dana Nessel has issued a new statement in regards to the ongoing debate about a 1.4 gigawatt data center in Ouachita County. Nessel has urged the Michigan Public Service Commission to take all of DTE's information and do a full hearing before going forward with anything. In the reply that Nessel has filed, some of the issues that are addressed include unjustified redactions and rush deadlines, along with failure to explain whether and how termination fee provisions from the contracts will apply in the near term to cover costs. Since being in office, Nessel has saved Michigan over $4 billion. In recent years, physical media has made its way back into the homes and hearts of music lovers. NMU's Vinyl Record Club had this on full display at their last record show of the 2025 season. Public Eye News' Ella Randall has the latest.
On November 1st, Black Rocks Brewery in Marquette was serving more than just beer. It served as a place for people to get together and celebrate their passion for physical media. We asked John Teichman how he feels about its return.
I think that we really celebrate and embrace it. I was born in 1976, and so I really grew up with videotapes, cassette tapes, CDs, records, laser discs, and those are all things that we celebrate and appreciate. There are gently used copies of all that media that we deal with. I think what it's really nice about is it allows people to build a library that's not something you scroll through on your phone, but something you can show on your shelf. So it has play and display value.
Beyond the shared drink over nostalgia and oldies playing in the background, Jeff Walker explained why people should come out to the record shows.
It's fun. The record show is fun. I mean, it's good people doing good stuff here, talking about fun things, about things they enjoy, things they love, and you know, what more fun could it be? I mean, maybe you take a record home, maybe you don't. It's not all about acquisition. It's about community building. I mean, we see people we don't get to see usually. We make new friends. We see old friends. I'm big on trying to take part in and provide opportunities for people to connect around things that are positive in life.
For students past and present, The needle drop is more than the music itself, but embodying the Wildcat spirit.
It's a great day to be a Wildcat, especially when you're listening to physical media.
Reporting from Marquette for Public Eye News, I'm Ella Randall.
Now don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with weather and some more statewide news after this break.
Next time on the American Revolution, winter at Valley Forge.
Unless some great change takes place, this army must dissolve.
Alliances are formed.
The new United States represents an existential threat.
And the French enter the war.
Britain knows that Spain and the Netherlands may be next.
When the American Revolution continues.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm here, Colin, with your weather report for today. Colin, starting with our NMU campus map. See, not too much activity here. Snow's good, not too much wind either, so you don't need the heaviest of clothing. Let's head to our UP map. So starting out with Houghton here. It's our only snowy part of the map. You'd think more, but only one place. 14 degrees, snowy. And you're gonna see a lot of sun, which I wouldn't expect this time of year, right? 8 degrees, sunny in Ironwood. Next up, 12 degrees, sunny in Iron Mountain. 16 degrees and sunny in Menominee. And we'll switch over to the other side of the map here, where in Escanaba, it's 18 degrees and sunny. In Manistee, it is 17 degrees and cloudy. Not sunny there. And in the Sioux, it's 4 degrees. Bit of a difference between these and the other places. So make sure to get your coats. It's going to be partly cloudy there. And in beautiful Marquette, it is partly sunny and 12 degrees. Currently, we got winds from the southwest coming at 9 miles an hour. And we got a barometric pressure of 30.21 inches and rising. Or falling, sorry. Tonight, it'll be snowy with a low of 13 and winds coming from the south at 20 miles an hour. Get something to protect yourself from that wind. And our moon phase is a full moon. Tomorrow, it's going to stay snowy. Bit warmer though. High of 26, low of 15. Winds coming from the southwest at 10 miles an hour. Looking ahead, on Saturday, it's going to be snowy still. High of 25, low of 12. On Sunday, we got a high of 19, a low of 12, and it's going to be partly sunny. And on Monday, it's going to be 21 degrees at the highest, 8 degrees at the lowest, and it's going to be cloudy. That's all I have for the weather now. Back to the news desk.
Thank you for that weather report, Colin. It's getting oh so close to outdoor skating season this time of year. Going on to some statewide news. As the annual tradition of the border war in the game between Michigan and Ohio State wraps up, one particular border between the Hoosier State and Michigan continues to fall into a withering state. Even with states such as Montana and Idaho continuing to reevaluate their border, the last official survey done at the Indiana-Michigan border was in 1827. Action has been taken to do a formal resurvey, most recently in 2022, with Governor Gretchen Whitmer authorizing $500,000 for a state commission evaluation. State Senator Jonathan Lindsay recently introduced legislation into the state that would allow local counties along the split to begin surveying individual sections of the border in an attempt to divide and conquer the border debacle. The bill unanimously passed State Senate last month. And around 40 babies have been diagnosed with botulism across 18 states, with federal officials tying the outbreak to compromised formula. While no deaths have been reported, ByHeart, a baby formula company, recalled all of its product shortly after the first case was reported November 11th. The age range of cases vary from 2 weeks to around 9 months old, and all infants have been or are hospitalized after ingesting the product. The first cases of botulism by formula was reported in California before August 1st, but the 6 cases there are not considered part of the outbreak. As of now, the FDA is investigating both of ByHeart's plants in Allerton, Iowa, and Portland, Oregon. And Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is facing intense scrutiny on Capitol Hill over strikes on alleged drug boats and a new Inspector General report over his use of a messaging app to relay sensitive military information to other administration officials. Natalie Brand has the latest details from Washington.
Admiral General, what's your message to the American people?
Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley arrived on Capitol Hill to face questions from lawmakers about the Trump administration's September 2nd strike on an alleged drug boat off the coast of Venezuela.
The Admiral confirmed that there had not been a kill them all order.
A source tells CBS News that 2 survivors were trying to climb back onto the boat and allegedly attempting to salvage some of the drugs before it was hit a second time. Some lawmakers say the action could constitute a war crime if the military targeted survivors.
Any American who sees the video that I saw we'll see the United States military attacking shipwrecked sailors. Bad guys, but attacking shipwrecked sailors.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said the decision on the second strike was made by Admiral Bradley and called it legal and justified.
Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat.
Secretary Hegseth is also facing renewed scrutiny over a Pentagon Inspector General report into his use of the messaging app Signal to relay details to other administration officials about a military operation in Yemen back in March.
The newly released IG report found the Secretary's actions did not comply with DoD procedure and risked potential compromise of sensitive DoD information, which could cause harm to personnel and mission objectives.
That put those pilots flying those strikes at risk.
The IG review found that key information posted by Hegseth came from a classified email marked secret, but it's unclear whether Hegseth declassified that info before posting it. On social media, Hegseth called the report a total exoneration, saying no classified information was shared. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have your sports breakdown for this Thursday after this short break. Stay tuned.
Quiero lanzar la primera línea prêt-à-porter de Velvet.
La colección de Ana no debe salir adelante.
La guerra acaba de comenzar.
¿Sabías que Alberto estaba vivo?
This is Colin Morrison, here again with your sports news for today. We are starting off in Milwaukee, where the Detroit Pistons faced off against the Bucks last night. Just 3 minutes into the game, Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo went down with what has been called a calf strain by Bucks officials and has been estimated to sideline him for 2 to 4 weeks. But with numerous rumors surrounding Antetokounmpo wanting a trade out of Milwaukee, it is possible that this injury is just a way for Giannis to show that he won't play for the Bucks anymore. Back to the game, where in a tight match throughout, power forward Isaiah Stewart was fouled out of the game, leading to more playing time for Chris LeVert. LeVert did not step up. He went 1 for 10 in shooting on the day, including 1 for 8 from 3, leading to a 108-113 Bucks victory. Despite the loss, the Pistons still lead the East by 2 games with a 17-5 record. Now on to NMU sports news, beginning with Wildcat hockey. The team is traveling down to Ohio to face Bowling Green, who are currently 3rd in the CCHA. The 2-game matchup brings another tough fight to the Wildcats, who have faced off against a number of ranked teams throughout the season so far. While Bowling Green is not ranked, it went toe-to-toe with the then 16th-ranked Minnesota State Mavericks. It is up to NMU to assert themselves during the season because the Wildcats have started their season 0-16. This team needs to rally together and begin to win games, and that just hasn't happened yet. Head coach Dave Shayak credits a disparity in power play success to their loss last weekend, describing it as uncharacteristic. We will see if those words will be taken to heart this Friday and Saturday, where fans can listen in on 100.3 The Point. Continuing at NMU, my final story for today introduces the Wildcat track and field team, who will travel to Oshkosh this weekend for the Early Bird Invitational. This is the first track meet of the season, and expectations are large for the team that finished 4th in the indoor championships last year. A number of stars are returning to the team this season, including senior Elise Wolfrath, who placed 13th nationally in the 60-meter hurdles, as well as being a GLIAC champion in the event and setting an NMU record. No group can succeed without a leader, though, and the NMU track team certainly has one. Head coach Jenny Ryan enters her 12th season leading the Wildcats and has had student athletes of her qualify for the NCAA National Championships 11 times during her tenure. Best of luck to our NMU track and field team. That is all for our sports breakdown. Now back to the desk.
Thank you for that sports report, Colin. But with that, we're out of time here at Public Eye News today. I'm Luke Niddle.
And I'm Emma Maratz.
We'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.